Picture it. A hot Saturday afternoon, the sun bouncing off a line of cars, stretching out onto the street, each one rolling slowly into a tunnel of foam and spinning brushes, coming out the other side gleaming, dripping, brand new again. You imagine owning that. A steady stream of cars, a machine that basically runs itself, cash rolling in every 10 minutes, without you ever touching a wrench or a customer's hand. It looks like the closest thing to a money printer that still involves a physical location. Passive income with suds on it. Here's what nobody shows you. A car wash is not a simple, low-maintenance cash machine. It is one of the most capital-intensive small businesses you can buy into, and the version of it that actually prints money looks almost nothing like the one most people picture when they drive past a tunnel with a line out front. The real reframe is this: you are not buying a car wash. You are buying a piece of specialized real estate wrapped around a subscription business. And if you do not understand which of those two things is actually making you money, you will lose it. Let's break down what owning a car wash actually means, because it is not one business. It is at least 4 different ones wearing the same sign. There is the self-service bay model, where you own a lot with a handful of coin-operated stalls, a pressure washer, a vacuum, and almost no labor cost, but also almost no ceiling on revenue. There is the in-bay automatic, a single robotic arm washing one car at a time inside a garage-style bay, cheap to build relative to the others, but slow, capped at maybe 30 cars an hour. There is the full-service tunnel, where a team hand-dries and details every vehicle, charging a premium, but carrying a payroll that eats your margin alive. And then there is the one investors are actually pouring billions into right now. The express exterior tunnel, a fully automated conveyor wash paired with a monthly membership model where a car moves through in under 3 minutes and the owner runs it with a skeleton crew of 2 or 3 people. That last category is where the real money and the real risk both live. So let's get into the numbers. A modern express tunnel is not a corner lot with a hose. Land acquisition and site development alone can run $800,000 to $2 million depending on your market, before you have built a single wall. The building itself, engineered specifically to house 60 to 80 feet of conveyor equipment, water reclamation systems, and vacuum stations, typically costs another $1 to $2 million. Then comes the equipment. The tunnel machinery, the boilers, the reverse osmosis water treatment, the point-of-sale and license plate recognition systems that automatically bill members as they drive through. That equipment package alone regularly runs $500,000 to $1.5 million. All in, a single new-build express car wash commonly costs between $4 and $6 million before it has washed one car. That is not a side hustle. That is a commercial real estate development project that happens to spray water. Now here's the counterintuitive insight. The thing that actually explains why private equity firms have been buying up car wash chains at a pace that outstrips almost any other small business category in the last decade. A single wash transaction, priced anywhere from $10 to $25, is not where the real profit sits. The real profit sits in the unlimited membership plan, typically priced between $20 and $40 a month, that lets a customer wash as often as they want. Think about the math underneath that. A member who washes twice a month at a $30 plan is effectively paying $15 a wash. A member who washes 8 times a month is paying under $4 a wash. Either way, you are getting paid the same flat fee every single month, whether they show up once or not at all. Industry data compiled by the International Car Wash Association shows that at mature express locations, membership revenue can account for 60 to 80% of total sales. You did not build a car wash. You built a recurring subscription business with a very expensive piece of equipment attached to it, and the equipment's real job is to keep the churn rate low enough that people keep paying whether they use it or not. That subscription math is exactly what fueled one of the more aggressive roll-up stories in American small business over the last several years. Mr. Car Wash, now publicly traded, grew from a regional operator into a chain of over 400 locations across the country, largely by leaning into unlimited membership plans as the core of its business model, reporting in its own investor filings that a majority of its wash revenue comes from those recurring plans rather than single-purchase washes. Private equity firms took notice, and starting around 2019, capital poured into the sector, with groups like TSG Consumer Partners backing rapid national roll-ups, such as Zips Car Wash, which expanded from a handful of Tennessee locations to hundreds of sites across the country in just a few years, financed heavily with debt. That growth was real, but so was the warning sign underneath it. Trade press covering the sector, including reporting from the Wall Street Journal, has pointed to a wave of over-leveraged operators who borrowed aggressively against the promise of subscription revenue, built too many locations too close together in the same markets, and are now finding themselves squeezed between rising interest payments and softening membership growth. The same subscription model that makes a well-run car wash a cash machine can just as easily bury a poorly financed one in debt it cannot service. So how do you actually know if a location works? Strip it down to a break-even formula. Take your fixed monthly costs, the mortgage or lease payment on that $4 to $6 million property, insurance, utilities, chemical costs, and a lean staff of 2 to 3 employees running the front and the equipment room. For a mid-sized express location, that commonly lands somewhere between $40,000 and $70,000 a month. Now divide that by your average revenue per car, factoring in the blend of one-time washes and discounted membership washes, which usually nets out somewhere around $8 to $12 per vehicle after accounting for membership discounting. At $60,000 in fixed costs and $10 in net revenue per car, you need 6,000 cars through that tunnel every month just to break even. That is roughly 200 cars a day, every day, rain or shine. Anything below that line, and you are financing your own equipment with your own savings. Let's walk through what that actually looks like across 2 different years. In a good year, your location builds a strong membership base of around 1,500 unlimited subscribers at $30 a month, generating $45,000 in guaranteed monthly revenue before a single walk-up customer even arrives. Add in daily one-time traffic of 150 cars at $18 average, another $81,000 a month, and you are sitting near $126,000 in monthly revenue against $70,000 in fixed and variable costs, clearing roughly $56,000 a month or close to $670,000 a year before debt service on that multi-million-dollar build. That is the fantasy people are chasing, and in the right location, it is achievable. In a bad year, the picture flips fast. A new competitor opens 2 miles away, undercutting your membership price by $10. Your subscriber base drops to 900 and your daily walk-up traffic falls to 90 cars a day as customers split between 2 washes instead of 1. Your revenue drops to roughly $75,000 a month, barely above your $70,000 cost floor, leaving you with only a few $1,000s a month in profit, nowhere near enough to comfortably service the debt on a $5 million facility. This is not a hypothetical. It is the exact dynamic playing out across saturated car wash markets right now, where too many roll-ups built too many tunnels within a few miles of each other, betting on subscriber growth that the local population simply cannot sustain. So go back to that image from the beginning, the line of cars gliding through foam on a sunny Saturday, cash rolling in without you lifting a finger. That image is not wrong. It is just incomplete. What is actually rolling in is not payment for that one wash you are watching. It is the recurring monthly fee from a subscriber who may not even be in that line today. The car wash is not the business. The membership is the business, and the tunnel is simply the very expensive machine you built to sell it.